welcome back everyone, my name is Echo. Today in this video I bring you the latest news and information for the update Aquatic, and this information is coming from Jeb himself. So last weekend the PC developers including Jeb went to an event which was called the PC Gamer Weekender. Now Jeb did a presentation on the update Aquatic and he released a lot of information. So as me making this video, we've only had 3 snapshots. Only one of them has been a feature snapshot, and of course 2 of them have been bug fixes. So when we got the first feature snapshot, it left everybody questioning what's coming, what else will be introduced, because as gamers we always want more. Now I'll leave a link down below to the Reddit post where I found out this information. But if you do enjoy this guys, and you can be kind enough to hit that like button, I really do appreciate it. So let's start off with some information. I've already covered it in a video this week, but this goes back to Minecraft.net, where basically the Java developers answered a couple of questions and shared some information. The reason why is because we are getting a new ocean hostile mob. It's not going to be sharks. So as you can see here, it says, I asked the Java team what they thought of my new home. They threw all their tridents at it and left. Yeah, that's fair. You'll definitely need that trident for the full updated Aquatic, as Jen's teases we're adding a new hostile mob underwater. For now though, one of your biggest concerns is getting dragged down to the ocean depths by the new bubble columns. So I am really enjoying the updated Aquatic. I don't know about you guys who have access to the snapshots, but playing this update, I feel like I'm learning Minecraft over again, because I need to learn how the turtles work. I need to know how long it takes for the phantoms to spawn, the turtle eggs to hatch. I just love the whole entire thing, and I'm really looking forward to something in the ocean that is gonna probably freak me out. Basically, the only thing that really freaks me out in Minecraft at the moment is like creepers on land when you get the jump scares. I feel like the water needs that, so I'm really looking forward to this. So moving over to the Reddit post, it says here, people like screenshots. So we'll start with the concept art made from picking up the fish using buckets. So you can see the picture right here. As we know, Jeb did confirm that we will be able to pick up fish with buckets, and this is the picture that we did get. It's kind of really hard to see, so I do apologize. The quality was kind of blurred. This is obviously file format. I can definitely see the raw fish, which they've renamed to cod, which doesn't make sense because cod is kind of yellowish. We've got the salmon, which I'm pretty sure is the second one. The third one is Nemo, which is the clownfish, and the last one is the pufferfish. So I'm really looking forward to this. I cannot wait to have my own Nemo in Minecraft. So going back to the article, it says on Dolphins, the dolphins will follow you when you ride a boat. If you feed it fish, it will try to guide you to where you can find treasures underwater. So basically, dolphins are going to be your best friend. It says they like to jump over things, and they will also mess around with floating items. So if you drop them in the water, dolphins are going to be playing with the items. I'm guessing this is going to be things like wooden blocks. It's going to be like slime balls, which I think is so much fun. So basically, you're going to have to train your dolphin to mess around with items. It's literally like a SeaWorld show. I like that. It says you can grab a fin and it will pull you along. You can feed it and then grab onto it, and it will try to guide you towards treasures. So this kind of contradicts what they said about riding dolphins. Everyone was like, so can you ride dolphins? And they were like, no, that's kind of animal abuse. We don't want that. But you can hold onto its fin and it's going to guide you to treasures. To me, that's kind of somewhat like riding it in some shape or form. The next part says the treasure finding behavior will probably not be in next week's snapshot, but dolphins will be released soon. Dolphins act as wolves. If you hit a dolphin, they will gang up on you. So dolphins are going to be the water equivalent of wolves, which is interesting, and I kind of like that. So don't go around killing dolphins, because if you hit one, they're all going to come for you. The same as pigmen. If you hit one, they're all going to come hunting for you. So just going over this article a little bit more, dolphins playing with items are going to be so much fun. Now, Jeb specifically drove the information about treasures. We do know that we are getting a new underwater structure, which is going to be the underwater ruins. We're also going to be getting shipwrecks. Both of them we haven't seen in any snapshots yet. So I imagine one or the other is how dolphins are going to guide you. They're going to guide you to whatever in that location, which is a lot better than having a cartographer with a map that takes you to like a guardian temple or a woodland mansion. So I think dolphins are going to be my new best friend within the game. So moving on to the next bit of information, this is all about the Phantom. It says here, about the Phantom's eyes in the preview rendering, people pointed out that it felt like an Enderman. So we made it even more Ender-like. And then someone pointed out that it was kind of sad that everything is kind of pigeonholed into the Ender something or the Wither something or the Illager or something. So we wanted to give its own face, so we changed their eyes to green. The Phantom spawning in the end. The problem is, of course, that if you're in the end, you essentially just get 1 hour game time before they start spawning, and then you can't really prevent them from continuing to spawn. So we are brainstorming either things that we will drop so you can use to reset the insomnia timer, if you call it that, or other measurements that you can use to escape them. So if you guys haven't messed around with the Phantom yet, how the Phantom works is roughly around about 60 minutes, around about 1 hour, the Phantom will start to spawn. Now, from my testing in survival the other day, they spawn in around about groups of 2 to 4, and that happens continuously as long as you don't sleep. But we know as Minecraft players, you can't sleep in the end. Or you can, but everything goes kaboom. So what Mojang, what the Minecraft developers are doing is planning on introducing a drop from these mobs that can either make a potion to reset the timer, or it can just reset the timer for Phantoms spawning. At the moment, in the first snapshot, they only drop leather. That is subject to change. That is most likely going to change. So that kind of answers the questions that people had about the Phantom, which to me made a lot of sense. So the last bit of information is all to do with the water and also the development of the game going forward. And make sure you guys answer this week's poll above me. It's a really important one. I'm curious on your opinions. So this next bit of information is probably the most important that you need to remember. It says here, water mechanics, coral slabs, ocean biomes, shipwrecks, and bubble columns. If you put a stair on flowing water, the flow will be blocked, just like how it is in today's Minecraft. But you can put it in a source block and you will have both of the stair and the source block. The coral block that was shown at Minecon Earth had half slabs, but we decided to only go with full blocks, and the half slabs are now only for crafted stone materials. We will add ocean biomes, so there will be cold, normal, and warm biomes, and then freezing biomes. So the kelp will mainly be in the cold biomes, and the coral will be in the warm biomes. Seagrass will spawn everywhere. The shipwrecks are going to use the stripped log block for the masts. This will contain ... a new special treasure. Okay, that might be where you find the trident. About magma blocks and soul sand being used for bubble columns, we're still trying to brainstorm different blocks to use for this, but I kind of like how they are. On how the game is currently developed, this is very important. Our team is aiming to do 2 major feature releases per year. So now we're working on the update Aquatic, and we're planning to do 1 more this year. We do the feature now in 2 studios. So in Stockholm, we do the Java edition, and in Redmond, we do the Bedrock edition that is used on phones and Windows 10. We're trying to split the feature development and then port them both ways, which kind of makes sense. And my main question from this specifically, what I want to ask you guys as the community, are you happy with 2 major updates per year? Or would you rather see 4, 5, 6, 7 small updates throughout the year? Now, I did ask this on social media as Twitter, saying this little question. It's been confirmed that Minecraft is expected to see 2 major updates per year. Would you prefer this way or 4, 5, 6 smaller updates? Most people, 76% said 2 major updates, 24% said 4, 5, 6 smaller updates. Either way, I'm kind of happy. I do understand that 2 major updates is fun because you get so many stuff to mess around with, but I also understand that smaller updates means that you get to understand how the features work and then you move on to the next one. So let's just briefly recap on that information, guys. Basically, I'm really interested on the different biomes, cold, normal, and warm biomes. Warm biomes will be where the coral is, most likely where you're going to see the fish. The cold biomes is going to be where the kelp will be, and of course you need kelp for, well, eating and stuff like that. And of course we're going to have like frozen biomes. Remember, we are still expected to see like an iceberg biome. We're still waiting on that. Shipwrecks will be basically made out of the stripped log blocks, and they will feature treasures. Magma blocks and soul sand being the bubble beams. That could change, guys. They might be different blocks. If anything's going to change, it will more than likely be the soul sand, because I think magma blocks fits perfectly into the bubble beams. But that's what I have today for you. I wanted to keep you all up to date as much as possible. The last question I know you're all asking me for is, when can we expect to see betas for the Bedrock version? And when do I expect this to be fully released for console version? The Bedrock has to go through certification testing. It needs to be tested by Microsoft. This takes a little bit longer, and if you're watching this video and it hasn't been released, I expect the first beta to be released in the next 1 to 2 weeks. As for the official release for console version, it's probably going to be a little bit slower compared to other versions. That's just the way this is. That's just the way it's worked for many years. But guys, be sure to hit that like button. The information's in the description. Have a great day. Stay beautiful. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.